おい、そこの貴様。俺たちが見えているか？なぜ何も答えない？貴様に聞いているんだぞ。モニターのそっち側にいる貴様にだ。間抜け面をしようってつまらんやつだ。貴様からだと俺たちはテレビのモニターの中にいるように見えるだろうな。だがそれは大きな間違いだ。モニターの中にいるのは貴様なのだよ。貴様が現実だと思っているその世界は実は全て虚構。もちろん貴様自身もな。真の現実、それはこちら側にある。自分が何を指摘されているのかすら分かっていないか。無理もない。まあいい。貴様には分かりやすく俺たちのことについて説明してやろうではないか。まず俺たちがいるのはどこかということだ。ここは東京秋葉原にある未来ガジェット研究所だ。俺たちは普段ラボと呼んでいる。世界の支配構造を作り変えるという我が野望の拠点だな。
そうなんだ。悪いことしちゃダメなんだよ、オカリン。
まあ入りは少し黙っていろ。駅から出たら中央通りを進み、末広町駅の交差点を蔵前橋通りへ左折。次の信号の一歩手前の路地を入ると、大檜山ビルという古臭い雑居ビルがある。その2階に我がラボは今日構えている。目印はビル1階にあるブラウン管工房というマニアックなテナントだな。今時旧式のブラウン管テレビだけを扱っているショップだ。いかに電気街である秋葉原といえども需要があるとは思えない。寂れた店なのだ。だがブラウン管工房店長である天王寺というおっさんはこのビルのオーナーでもある。故に今や急ピッチで都市開発が進み地価も高騰しているこの秋葉原であろうと道楽丸出しの店を構えていられるというわけだ。幸いにもあの店長は人を見る目はあるようでな。この俺のカリスマ性を見抜きビル2階を丸々ワンフロアただ同然で貸してくれたのだ。ふわっはっはっは。だが未来ガジェット研究所は深刻な人材不足のため優秀な研究員を随時募集中だ。今のところ所属研究員は
オカリン、オカリン。そこはラボメンって言わなきゃ。所属研究員じゃなくて。
ラボメン、すなわちラボラトリーメンバーは俺を含めて3人である。ラボメンナンバー001、ラボ創設者にして狂気のマッドサイエンティストであるこの俺、法院京馬。
オカリンって呼び方の方が可愛いのに。
そしてコスプレが趣味の高一点、ラボメンナンバー002、椎名真由里。
てってれー、マユシーです。着るんじゃなくて作るのが趣味だよ。
最後にスーパーハカー、ラボメンナンバー003、橋田至だ。
スーパーハカーって呼ぶなよ。スーパーハッカーだろ、上皇。
そんな我々3人で構成される未来ガジェット研究所の活動内容はそのものズバリ発明である。詳細は我がラボのホームページを見てくれ。もちろん闇の支配権力と戦うための未来ガジェットが最優先事項だが、その研究から派生する副産物的な発明も多い。というか今のところはそっちばかりだ。すでに我々は8つの未来ガジェットを完成させた。だが これはまだ序章でしかない。未来ガジェットのアイデアは俺の中に108まであるのだ。
某テニス漫画みたいにですね。わかります。
人の煩悩の数といえ、このアットチャンネルのめ。それと、俺が話しているのだから口出しをするなと言っているだろ。
そもそもオカリン、さっきからなんで独り言喋ってんの？
独り言ではない。見てわからないのか。俺は今、モニターの向こうにいるこいつに話しかけているのだ。
あ、今その人にやりって笑った。
おのれ貴様、何を笑っているのか。モニターの中の存在のくせに。
こっちみんなって言ってやれば？
通じないんじゃないかな。
俺たちに話しかけられていることにすら気づいていないらしいな。自覚がないというのは実に不幸なことだ。
その人にしてみたらマユシーたちがゲームみたいに見えてるのかな。
そいつには現実なのかゲームなのかっていう発想さえないんじゃね？
じゃあダル君の大好きな二次元の女の子たちもそうなの？
それは別。あの子たちは僕の嫁だから。
誰の嫁の話はどうでもいい。
でもさ、マユシの言ったことって興味深いテーマじゃん。もし仮に僕たちがゲームの中の住人だとしたら、それを見極める術はあると思う？
ないな。
即答かよ。
故にそのような議論は不毛。世界の支配構造を打ち砕く方法について考える方がよほど有意義だ。
中二病オツ。
Step back from the monitor. Displayed on the screen is the ugly cute character Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2, where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally I find only the ugly part of Ugly Cute to be true. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turned to Daru with a menacing glare.
黙れスーパーハカ。俺は中二病ではない。
I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin.
おーい。今日まだ。
そういう設定っしょ。
やれやれ。誰の人とのコミュニケーションの取れなさはどれだけ経っても治らないな。
アニメのオフ会じゃ僕がいつも場を盛り上げてるっつうの。
This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Itaru, nickname Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer, playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's moe. He's the reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well.
針指に刺さった。
Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Sheena Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student, if you can believe it. I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku. Nowhere near Daru's level though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division, for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the future gadget laboratory need costumes? For women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I would ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me,
マユシーはオカリンの人質だからここにいようと思います。
well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. but she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from the solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough.
でオカリン、アルパカマンは反応したん？
いや、全然。
The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game.
この不愛想アルパカめが。
I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do, the TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. I change the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Brawn Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old.
きっとね、アルパカさんが怒っちゃったんだよ。
けへ後で修理できるか聞きに行かなければ。
I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago.
消えた。
As I left Radikan, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores, gone. In the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until
どうかした？
Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes.
今、人が消えたよな。消えただろう。今目の前で。
Panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulders and shook her.
マユリも見たか？見たよな。
Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking.
見てない。
見てない。
I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles.
見ていない。見ていないのか。だってついさっきまでここにはたくさんの人たちが歩いていたんだぞ。
歩いてたかな。
それに店員まで消えている。こんなことはいくらなんでもありえない。
それは仕方ないと思うよ。
Her reply didn't make any sense.
とにかくね、最初からこの辺には誰もいなかったよ。あ、そっか。オカリンは幻を見てたんだね。きっとこの暑さのせいだよ。トゥットゥルー。
How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radikan, where I had been just a moment before. There it was, an enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where, Not 5 minutes before, I had found Makise Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was,
そもそもあの人工衛星は一体何だ。
right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I was seeing now. This satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen?
マユリ、あの人工衛星だが。
びっくりしたね。
びっくりしただと。何がびっくりしたのだ。
ドカーンってすっごい音がしたもん。
A huge kaplow. It certainly did make a sound, but I don't think it was a kaplow. I'd say it was more like a...
あの人工衛星は落ちてきたのか。
来たのかな。宇宙人さん乗ってるのかな。
Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all?
そこの君たち
Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern.
ここで何をやっているんだここらは今立ち入り禁止だすぐに出て行きなさい
ごめんなさい。
それより制服警官さん、仮にあなたを警官 A と名付けるが、一つ聞きたいことがあるんです。
警官 A って
今ここで数千人の通行人が一瞬で消えたんです。あなたも見ましたよね。
見ていないいいから早く出て行け
I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could,
さっきから何をバカなことばかり言っているんだ
the policeman took me by the upper arm and said, "No one got stabbed at Radikan." What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chirodori had been blockaded by police so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I am baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radikan. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even TOTV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chirodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery?
そうか。そういうことか。
From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare.
これもすべて機関の隠蔽工作ということだな。警察にすら圧力をかけられるということは、この国の中枢も もはや奴らの手の内にあるということ。なんということだ。だが、俺の目はごまかせんぞ。いつか必ず奴らの所業を暴き、その支配構造に終止符を打ってやる。
Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential.
頭脳労働の後のドクターペッパーは相変わらず最高にうまいな。
コーラの方がよくね？
オカリンは本当にドクターペッパーさんが大好きだよね。
この知的飲料の良さがわからないやつは人生の5分の1を損しているぞ。うわはははは。
Step through the curtain dividing a center and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap, I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All of the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be.
ダル、計画は順調に推移しているか？
え、計画ってなんぞ？
Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models.
計画は計画だ。8号機の調整以外に何があるというのか。
ああ、そのこと。いきなり計画とか言うから何事かと思った。
そろそろお前との付き合いも3年半ほどになる。
We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months though.
高2の時はクラス別でほとんど喋んなかったじゃん。だから実質2年半じゃね？
細かいことはどうでもいい。それほどの付き合いの長さなのだから、いい加減俺の会話についてこられるようになってくれ。
それは無理。
Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool, cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shut down again.
それで、8号機の不調の原因究明は進んだか？
いや、まだ。
So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. Gadget number 2, the Bamboo Helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Ora Ora? Gadget number 4, Mode Snake. Gadget number 5. Once again I've made a worthless object by Goemon. Gadget number 6. The Sylum Saber. Gadget number 7. Ghost in the Ball. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist genius. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the Phone Wave, name subject to change. Phone Wave is a pretty weird name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When the future gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra exclamation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so, our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The Phone Wave, name subject to change, is in short a remote controlled microwave. You put food inside the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, pull the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the Phone Wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy Mayuri had made it her daily routine to eat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1 as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause.
マユシがやった状況を再現して何度も実験したけど、冷凍できたりできなかったりだし、バナナを冷凍してみようとしたらさらにへんてこなことになったし、さっぱりわかんねえ。
Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again.
マユリここにバナナを持て。
またゲルバナ作るの？
前から気になってたけどさ、マユシ、ゲルバナって略さないでくんない？
だってね、ゲルバナはゲルバナだもん。
I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave. Name subject to change.
なんでいつも一房丸ごと入れるの？もったいないよ。
ケチケチしていては機関との戦いに勝利することなどできんぞ。
勝たなくてもいいよ。あのね、バナナはマユシーが買ってきてるんだからね。おかげでマユシーはちっともバナナが食べられません。
次からは1本ずつ使うことも検討しておこう。
But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave, name subject to change, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. I'm connected.
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮です。
This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave.
マユシーの声聞こえてきた？
少し黙れ。マユシーガイダンスが聞こえなくなる。
こちらからタイマー操作ができます。シャープボタンを押した後、温めたい秒数をプッシュしてください。例えば1分ならシャープ60、2分ならシャープ120です。
Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave, name subject to change, to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 hash. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave, named Subject to Change, comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate.
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。普段と違って逆回転してるんだぜそれ。
何？逆回転？
I never noticed that.
そこに重大な意味があるかもしれない。漁師の振る舞いにも影響してくる問題であり、奮闘の規則を導入して。
あるわ。ねえよ。
ないか。
ないね。
そうか。
The three of us will wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out.
ゲルバナの出来上がり。
The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave, named Subject to Change, had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time.
だるよ。このバナナ、食べてみようとは思わないか思うはずだ。我らの理念達成の犠牲となり散ったダルに敬礼。
すげえまずそうじゃん。
味は関係ない。食べることに意味があるのだ。さあダルよ、遠慮することはない。骨は拾ってやるから思い切ってズズイと行くがいい。
いらね。
ではマユリ、お前にその名誉を譲ろう。
なんかね、ゲルバナは中身がデロデロでブニュブニュだったよ。
Wait, she already tried one?
味もしないし、全然美味しくなかった。
デロデロでブニュブニュか。ダルよ、どう？
ブニュブニュバナナか。ブニュブニュのバナナ。マユシ、あなたのバナナブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
ダルくん、ダルくん、鼻血出てる。
いいから言ってみてください。お願いします。
あなたのバナナブニュブ。
言わせるな、手の額。
Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway.
ゲル状になったということは反固形。すなわち、分子同士の結びつきが弱くなっている可能性がある。
What could have partially liquefied the bananas?
そうか、わかったぞ。
I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand.
俺たちは冷凍機能だと思い込んでいたが、実は違ったのだよ。
A bold statement if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised?
さあお前たち、なんだってと叫ぶがいい。ここは叫ぶところだ。
Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said.
冷凍機能じゃないのは分かってるっつーの。
Oh,
問題は、じゃあこの機能って何ぞ？何が起きてんの？ってことじゃん。
冷凍の逆なら解凍じゃないのかな。
実に愚鈍な意見だな、マユリ。それでは普通の電子レンジと同じではないか。
じゃあどういうこと？
それが分かんないから悩んでるんだお。
he's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down.
ご覧ください。秋葉原駅前のビルに謎の巨大物体が墜落しています。現在、警察による規制が敷かれ、ビルの前まで行くことはできませんが、遠くから見る限りでは、墜落した物体は人工衛星のように見えます。
You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Uber. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Jero Froggy. I like you can check the mail like that. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Daibiru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. Wait, can I reply to that? I think I can. Oh yeah, I can. That's the one from last year, right? I thought you weren't interested. Pretty sure that's got something to do with the roots in this game. I guess I'll find out a little later. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone is walking towards the main streets, which is still cordoned off.
ダルはラジカンに見物に行かないのか？
どうせ行っても見られないっしょ。もちろんネットに上がってくる情報にはほぼ目を通してるのだぜ。アットちゃんのスレ数100超えたし、勢いすげえ。
Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. We enter Daibiru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall.
あー、涼しい。生き返るぜ。あばばばばばばばばばばば。
Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar.
電話レンジカッコ仮の件だが、俺は答えを導き出したかもしれん。
そのカッコ借りってめんどいからいい加減やめるべき。
I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name.
そんなことは今はどうでもいい。
お得意のとんでも理論でもひらめいちゃったん？
何を言うか。俺はいつもこの世の神羅万象すら超越したあらゆる可能性について思考を巡らせているのだ。とんでもとか言うな。
神羅万象を超越ってつまり何でもありってことじゃね？理論ってレベルじゃねえぞ。
だるよ。電話レンジカッコ仮はシュタインズゲートを開く鍵だという気がするのだが、どう思う？
そのシュタインなんとかってところからして意味不明なわけだが。
A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. As we step out of the elevator, I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling.
すいません。
It's a girl. And I recognize her. Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise Kurisu.
何か。
Kurisu frowns and tries to back away. But I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens.
貴様は死んだはずだ。なぜここに。しかも
There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same one she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured.
無傷。
痛い。離して。
Kurisu pushes me away, and she shoots me a wary glare. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief.
何なの？
無事だったのか？怪我は平気なのか？いや、そんなはずはない。マキタ・クリスは何者かに刺されて血まみれで。
またその話かよ。
Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said.
またその話とはどういう意味だ？
だって1週間前にも僕にそんなメール送ってきたじゃん。
メール？俺が？何よバカな。マキセ・クリスが殺されているのを見たのはほんの3時間前だぞ。
ちょっと勝手に殺さないでくれますか？私ピンピンしてますんで。
そういえばあのメール変な感じだったな。送信日時が1週間後になってた。つまり未来から来たっつうか。
未来から来た？
ネットで妙な考察サイトでも見たのかダル。お前がとんでも理論を言い出すとは珍しい。
違うがな。確かにメールの日付は1週間後の28。あ、そっか、28日だから今日じゃん。
Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right, the email was sent from my phone. He received it on July 21st at 12:56. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stabbed. Bed Makise K. Risu don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? It looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content though.
これは3時間前に誰に送ったメールだ。
But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago?
興味深いわね。
Suddenly, Kurisu's standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I'm a mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles.
ある。実体がある。やはり幽霊だというのは考えすぎか。
オカリン、まずくね？
I poke Kurisu's cheeks with my fingers. Such softness. Their bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one.
おい。
Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radican? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations, just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. I grab the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it.
己は警察に突き出されたいのか？
俺は真実を知りたいだけだ。
I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher.
何が真実よ、この変態！バカなの？死ぬの？
She pushes my hand away.
ルイスちゃんの名台詞。来たこれ。
Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu.
俺は確かに見たのだ。
まさかあんた今私の下着を。
Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down.
この手の目がそうではない。
Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw.
ドクター中鉢。
オカリン何言ってるん？中鉢の発表会なら中止になったじゃん。
中止？
そう、人工衛星の墜落で。
Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy?
ねえ、ちょっとあなた。
我が名は法院京馬だ。
違うよ。全然違うよ。
法院さん、今の話詳しく教えてほしいんですが。
Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match with everyone else's. I doubt I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall.
牧瀬さん、そろそろ時間ですし、始めましょ
はい。
Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room.
オカリン、とりあえず僕らも行こうぜ。
行くとはどういう意味だ？
講義を聞きに来たんだろ？
Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this?